Hello, folks. It is me again, Cedric Trains, back for another video. But this time it's a bit different. Now, for some reason, I feel like just doing this. I'm gonna be reacting to one of my, well, actually, my first ever model train review. So yeah, I guess let's start here. I'm honestly a bit embarrassed, or possibly nervous as well. I don't remember what I even did for my first ever review, which was the ET44AC by Intermountain Railway Co. So yeah, let's get on with the video. Before I start this review, I would like to say that I did run this locomotive just to adjust a couple CVs and change the address to the road number. Thank you for understanding. Okay, so there I said, for some reason, I don't know why I said this anyways, and this was back when I recorded with my phone, too. I mean, I started doing it again now, because now it's, actually working. I figured it out. But this is before I even edited. I didn't use, editing software here. I just used YouTube, basically. All I would do was, why is this highlighting blue? There we go. All I would do is just record the video and then just upload it straight on to YouTube. So, yeah, that's why it's kind of weird. And I had no microphones either back then, so it was just coming straight from my phone. But yeah, let's continue. Hello there, guys. It's me, Cedric from Cedric's Trains, and today I will be reviewing this Intermountain BC Rail Canadian National, I believe it's, no, wrong side, ET44AC Heritage CN Edition. Alright, so let's open her up. Sorry to interrupt again, but you can kind of hear how, I guess, nervous I was. This is actually the first review I did. There was another one I still have up that was released 2 days before this, which was the Paragon 2, Broadway Limited Imports Paragon 2, USAR, I believe, Light Mikado. That was my second one, even though I said in the videos, I think this was that video, that was my first time, that you guys are first time hearing my voice or something like that. I don't entirely remember, but this is, in fact, my first ever review where I talked and stuff, but you can hear how little I actually kind of know about these things as well. So yeah, let's continue. So this side, no, wrong side. If you guys are wondering, I got this locomotive from the Scuderia 46, if that's the correct pronunciation, right here. If it will. Yeah, so here I was trying to show the price of the loco, because like I said, I'm not, what do you call it, editing here or anything. Yeah, this is from the Scuderia 46. It's a shop in Markham, Ontario, I believe. I think that's in Mississauga, actually. As some of you may know from my, what do you call it, previous videos and live streams, I am Canadian. I do live in Ontario. And yeah, that's what I was trying to say here, but I don't think I said it well, considering my voice is just so quiet for some reason. But yeah, let's continue. We'll focus on the fine print. Well, anyways, you guys can't really see it. It's spelled S-U-D-E-R, no, not E-R, actually, yes, E-R-I-A, 46. Alright. Alright. It's out. And my camera's not focusing. And it is. Alright. Let's pop these off. So it's kind of like a, I guess you could say, packaged like an MTH diesel. This is how they package their stuff. Or at least that's how my Americans support the troops. SD. Okay, sorry, I'm pausing. I have to pause again. Yeah, so You can tell kind of again how nervous or how little I knew back then. This was actually, to be honest, my third ever locomotive with DCC and sound. I think this was actually like maybe 4 days after I got my NC power cam. Now I have the PH Pro, NC PH Pro with a 5 amp DCC system. Yeah, this is I think, yeah, probably just a couple days after that, actually. So yeah, uh-huh. And I was also saying, about the packaging. I was trying to relate to the MTH SD70, because this packaging looks essentially the exact same. There is literally no difference, except for where the screws are under the chassis. But besides that, let's continue. 70 came. Oh my god. Point that down a little bit. Kind of like that. It's just a couple screws here. There's nothing difficult about this. Just two screws, one here, one here. I will just unscrew this off camera. It's much easier too. Well, while I'm unscrewing that off camera, I might as well explain why you guys heard my camera making that weird noise. And that's because I never used a tripod or anything. I kind of like that, how it was before. It was easy for me. It's a clip-on tripod. I don't know where my dad got it from, but he got it from somewhere. And I had it on my table, and every time I would move it, it would just be really loud. He probably got it off Amazon or something. It's some sort of cheap stuff. But yeah, that's why it made so much noise and stuff like that. And well, you can definitely hear though, I sound so much different versus than I do now. I sound a lot more confident. I know I keep saying that, but it's like it's honestly so embarrassing me watching my old reviews again. Just seeing how bad I was, that I think 50 something people actually watch this and 2 people like this, which I'm kind of surprised. It's honestly, it's so bad in my opinion. But yeah, let's keep going. Alright. And the second screw. Alright. Alright. And there we go. This is very detailed. Oh, that's really cool. This has a... I don't know if you guys can see it, because of how my lighting is. It has a see-through walkway. I'm pausing again. Yeah, this is definitely one of the coolest features though on the Intermountain ET44 AC. I believe when you call it Scale Trains has this as well. I don't think Broadway does this. But yeah, that's what they do. They have see-through walkways. That's what I was trying to show here, but I didn't fully still understand how the iPhone cameras worked. I think I recently got that phone as well. And this was, like I said, my first ever, like, actual video where I didn't just record a short. So yeah, but much different for me, but yeah, I couldn't really figure out how to completely focus the camera. I thought it was all automatic. Really, I never used a, I guess, higher tech smartphone before. So yeah, let's continue. Oh yeah, I didn't even know that you could switch the quality from HD to 4K on the phones. I didn't. Alright, let's continue. I'm sorry, my god, my camera. Please, focus, do your job. Come on. Yeah, okay, now you can see it has a see-through walkway. Or like kind of like a mesh one. I don't get why the exhaust is off-center though. It is full plastic though on the top, but yeah, it's so nice. I'm pretty sure these here move. Yeah, they do move. This is a very detailed model. Alright, let's put it on track. First, I'm gonna grab the paper and the CDs. I don't know why I kept saying there's a lot of plastic on the top, and I'm guessing that my 1 year ago self didn't know about why the exhaust was angled, because I was really comparing this to the SD70 Ace a lot, or ACE depending on how you say it, but I was comparing it a lot to the Ace. I still don't know why, though, why the exhaust is angled, or, well, it's not even angled, just to the side. It is, though, for some reason. But yeah, yeah, let's continue. Alright. Let's move this over and get the camera. Alright, so I know I'm interrupting again there, but you can kind of see how I'm fighting the camera stand. It was a really nice camera stand because it clipped onto the table, but also a really, really bad one. Yeah, let's continue. Our first one is front headlight, which is the headlight button. And I think my bridge is disconnected. Yes, it is. I know I'm interrupting again, but as you saw, my bridge was disconnected. This is before I expanded my layout by literally 4 inches to fit the bridge here. You guys can see this is what's on my layout right now. Oh wow, I don't know why I put my MR-20C there. Interesting. But yeah, Jesus Christ, yeah, you can see the my bridge here. This is what I have now on the layout, and it's a Marklum, I think it's pronounced Marklum. It's made in Germany too, which is nice. I found it at my hobby shop for $15 actually. That's what that price tag's there for. Um, Now I don't know what it is. I think it's a kit bash because on the bottom they are visibly glued together. So I believe it's 2 smaller bridges glued into one. But yeah, that's why I said my bridge is disconnected, because it's not really a good bridge. It was, I'm pretty sure, 4 years old at that point, with the same, what's it called again? Rail joiners. Bridge. Come on, bridge. There you go. My bridge is connected now. That's your headlight, and the rear light. I'll show you guys that later, but because, you know, my camera's stand is very stiff. So, yeah, that's the front headlight, and then rear headlight. Ditch lights. Nice. Alright, so we got the bell. The Graham White E-bell. I like that. It's pretty clear. Wow. I wonder why they put the speaker in this, though, because there's no speaker holes on the bottom. So it must be mesh, probably up here, where I'm pretty sure that's the radiator. I don't exactly know. Yes, actually, the speaker is there. A really good guess from me, actually. It is actually there. It's 2 sugar cube speakers, together, but the speakers do vibrate, which really isn't that good, I will say. Yet this is definitely, probably the second best sounding locomotive in my collection. But definitely the Scale Train's ET44 AC sounds better than this. It definitely does. Yeah, probably there. Alright, so F2 is air horn plus auto e-bell plus flashing dish lights. Alright, let's see.
They're not flashing though.
I'll explain here why I said the ditch lights aren't flashing. Like I said earlier, I was comparing everything to the SD70 Ace. I didn't know really about road specific detail and stuff at this point. I didn't. So that's why I said that the ditch lights aren't flashing. As in Canada, I believe in Canada, yeah, the ditch lights don't flash. They're just, you know, lights. And I'm pretty sure it's the same thing for the Union Pacific as well. Don't quote me on that though. But yeah, let's move on. So just ignore me saying that.
It's kind of weird, but alright. F3 is coupler noises. That's actually loud. Wow, I can actually hear it. Alright, F4 is dynamic brake fan, which there is no noise for that, alright. F5 is number boards, which do not seem to work. Yeah, they don't seem to work, okay. I'll keep them on though. Maybe when I turn that prime mover on, it will turn on. But we'll see.
Yeah, the number boards don't seem to be lit for some reason in this. I might be it might just be generic instructions for models that do actually have lit number boards. I don't know though if it is actually meant to be lit or what. But yeah, let's move on. Oh, before we move on, I just forgot. I didn't realize also, because this was literally the same day I got this locomotive. I don't think actually no, I did run it, as I said at the beginning, but just to, change the number from 3 to 3115 and stuff like that. But, for some reason, I guess I didn't realize that the prime mover had to be on. You know, like when you press 8 to turn the locomotive on, stuff like that. I didn't realize that had to be on, for some reason, to hear the radiator fans. Let's move on.
F6 is front ditch lights. F6 is rear ditch lights if equipped. I'll show you guys that later. Then F7 is dimmer. I don't think the dimmer does anything. Oh, it does. It's very... I don't know if you guys can see it on camera. But yeah, it does dim. It's just hard to see. It is working.
Yes, sorry, Jesus Christ, the dimmer does actually work. It is very, very hard to see. I can see it, but I'm not sure if you guys can see it in the video. But yeah, the Scale Trains model, for some reason, doesn't have the dimmer. Or at least I don't remember having it, or it might actually be F12. Well, actually, no, it's F12, but, it shuts off the ditch lights, for some reason. But yeah, let's continue.
Right, F8 is a prime mover. Alright, let's turn that on.
Sorry, I'm interrupting again. One thing I should mention, this locomotive does actually have an extended startup, which is pretty cool. If you double tap F8 and press it again, it goes into an extended startup sequence, which is honestly really cool to me. I didn't know that, because it doesn't say that in the manual, so unless it's like some sort of glitch or something, but I don't think it is. It sounds completely different though. I'll insert a clip of that here. But yeah, let's continue.
Alright, prime mover. F10 is independent brakes. Now I'll use that when I'm moving. Alright. F13 is radiator fan. Actually, I skipped one, sorry. Walkway lights. Don't know if you guys can see it, but there is walkway lights. That's nice. Alright, let's go then to F12, which is rear red DPU lights CN unit. Alright, F12. Uh-oh. It's in the rear as well, but you guys can see that later. and flash it. That's funny. The spam movers. It's very funny. Alright, F13 is radiator fan. I don't hear it. Alright. F14 is handbrake. I'll use that when we're moving. I don't want it to... I already kind of filmed the video doing this, but I pressed one button and it locked the wheels and I had to reset everything. So, yeah, I'm not gonna press the electric handbrake.
I know it's very hard to hear me here. I don't even know why I'm posting this, to be honest. Anyway, Jesus Christ, it's so bad. What I was trying to say there is that I didn't want to press F10 or 12 because it was locking the wheels. For some reason, it still does this now. If you press the handbrake button, even if you untoggle it, it doesn't want to move. It just stays on until you reset the locomotive. I don't know if that's some sort of glitch again. Although I haven't done that in like 3 months or something, so maybe it does work and I've been doing something wrong, which, you know, sometimes I do stuff wrong, and usually I am the person who's wrong, so I wouldn't be surprised if I was misclicking something and it does actually work, but in my experience it doesn't. So yeah, let's keep going.
F15 is isolation switch, which I already tested and doesn't do anything. F16 is G.
Sorry, I'm stopping myself there again. The isolation switch does actually do something. What I believe it does is it churns the prime mover on. I'm pretty sure. At least it does that. At least that's what I remember it doing. It does something with the prime mover. It does something. I don't remember exactly what it does, but I think it shuts the electric motors off or something. I think this is a hybrid or something like that. I don't remember. I haven't looked at the ET44 ACs in like quite some time. I think it's like maybe 4 months at this point. So I don't remember what the isolation switch does, but it does actually make a noise, like a loud clank. So I'm not sure why I said it doesn't do anything. So let's continue.
The air dryer shutdown doesn't do anything. F17 is brake set. It does work. Alright. Alright. And then F18 is standing valve, which there's no noise for. F19 is short air off. I just press brake set. Oh my god. Please don't move.
Alright, so I'm not sure again what I was completely saying there, but I'm pretty sure what I was saying was, I think, what was it, F19's the dynamic brake or something like that? I don't remember, I haven't looked at the Intermountain manual in quite some time, like I said, but I believe it's the dynamic brake, that's what you heard turn on, I'm pretty sure. And then I did hear the short blow off, but for some reason my 1 year ago self didn't. Not sure why, but let's keep going. Oh, and I was saying, please still run, because, like I said, I'm pretty sure I put the dynamic brakes on. Alright, let's keep going.
Oh no. Stop moving again. Please move. Oh my god, not this again. I don't get why it doesn't move after you press the specific function.
Okay, so that happened because, I put the isolation switch on, and I didn't shut it off. Well, actually, I think what the isolation switch does is that it shuts the throttle control off to the motor, or something like that. I think that's why it's called the isolation switch. Don't quote me on that, though. I think that's what it does. That's what I was trying to figure out, and I didn't realize. So yeah, let's keep going.
Oh, we just moved for a second there. Come on. I can get why it's not moving here. Okay, let's press the standing valve again, man.
Again, for some reason, I guess I didn't realize, because these are meant to be, you know, like, very, very prototypical models, the lock sound system doesn't let the locomotive move until the prime mover is, like, fully spooled up. So the sounds actually, you know, move with the locomotive. And I didn't realize that. For some reason I didn't. Well, probably just because I just got this locomotive. But anyways, let's keep going.
It's still not moving. Like, what did I press? This happens every time. And why is the front headlight shutting off now?
Yeah, so there again you can see, yeah, I didn't realize, what I was doing, as this was literally my first high-tech engine, really. My third ever DCC with sound. So yeah, I didn't really know what I was doing. I think I had max momentum on too, so it wasn't moving, you know, fast. So, yeah, I look like an idiot. Sorry about that, guys. Let's keep going. Let's, see if I can even get through this painful watch through.
Oh, there we go. It's isolation switch. That shuts it off. Alright.
Yeah, so you can see there I realized that the isolation switch was on. And again, you can hear that the prime mover spooled up and then it went. So yeah, I didn't realize that. So yeah. I mean, what can I say? I was relatively new to DCC and sound. Before this, I think the only ever DCC and sound locomotive I have was this right here. I don't remember when I got this low, the MR-20C. Actually, I got this in the Rapido Christmas box, if you guys remember that. So yeah, I think this was my third DCC with sound locomotive, and the Intermountain one was my fourth. I'm pretty sure. Well, proper, I guess you could say, diesel locomotive. So yeah, let's keep going.
Then yeah, everything else is just like the doors sound opening. So I'll run it now. Alright. Just to save some time here, I guess. Alright, so I'm gonna reverse it, hook up to those coaches, and then we'll move and I'll do the same thing as last time. So you got your rear right. Right, I'm gonna put CV to 9 here, I mean momentum to 9. Right, let's go. And we're not moving again.
Oh my god, dude. I was such an idiot, holy crap. I mean, yet again, what can I say? I was new to the whole DCC and sound thing, but still, oh my god. Yeah. So I didn't understand still that the prime mover had to spool up somehow. I didn't understand that. Oh, wow. And I never pointed out, I just realized that there's chains on the axles. Not the axles, the trucks. I don't know why I never pointed that out. There's like actual real metal chain on the trucks. Alright, let's, keep going. Yo, just for you guys' enjoyment, I'll speed it up by, 1.50. There, 1.5 times speed.
Okay, I'll start moving at 5. Impossible. You guys can't see much, but it is going, and it is going to plateau, I think. Alright, let's go. This thing is so cool, this song, I love it. Alright, let's check here. Does it have double bell? Which my SD70 does. So horn, bell, no double bell. That's nice. Alright, let's go.
So yeah, I was talking about the double bell because some of you may or may not know, older lock sounds, I don't know if Lockdown still does this, but at least my SD70 Ace, it has double bell for some reason, which, as I just demonstrated, double bell is when you have, the bell on, the function 1 on, you press the horn, which triggers the automatic bell. I'll insert a clip here anyways, and then once the automatic bell goes off from pressing the horn, you get 2 bells going at the same time. Let's continue.
I have it on speed step 1, see if it will move. Oh, it doesn't move on speed step 1, okay. Okay, and my coaches are uncoupled now. Fate is uncoupled. So we have to fix it now. Get back down here. Oh, sorry. So tight, man. Alright, let's keep going. Speed step 2. Bell is off. I don't know why it's still going. Okay, now it's stopped. I'm gonna move my camera here. So you guys can see the little lights.
Yeah, so as you can see, my camera stand is pretty sticky to say the least. It wants to go back to its original position. This camera stand did actually break, eventually. And right here, this you see SD70 Union Pacific 1943. That's the one I'm actually referring to when I say double bell and stuff. And I don't know why. You guys will see during the end of this video. I started saying it was oversized. I don't know what I was rambling on about, to be honest. But yeah, let's continue.
Right there. See the light's there. The white light is the walker light. Let's keep going. Speed step 4 now. Let's move it up.
Now, like I said, this was before I ever did editing. I think it took like 6 more videos until I ever touched the editor. The first time I ever actually edited was for my microphones that I got. What are they called again? The Holyland Lark M1s. Really good microphones. Highly recommend them. Really good quality. I wish I could use them now, but they won't connect to my PC, unfortunately. But yeah, they're really nice. That was the first time I ever used editing. I think that was 5 months after, maybe, or something. I don't know. Let's keep going.
I apologize for the camera shaking. It's just this camera stand is so stiff for some reason. Oh. Wait, let's speed step 5 now. A little bit more. But I do have every single freight car on here. I'll zoom out to show you guys. See, I have every single freight car I have on here. Getting the loose. Zoom in over there.
If you guys are wondering what's in the background, these are actually my mom's plants. Yeah, she's a bit of a plant person, which is nice. Always a lot of oxygen in the basement, to say the least, from all the plants. I'm just kidding, obviously. I don't think that would actually work like that anyways, but, yeah, you can see all the plants and stuff. This is before I did any ballasting to the third table, which is the one you guys just saw by the cinder block. But besides that, yeah, that was before I did any real layout construction, I think. Let's go keep it. Jesus Christ, let's keep going.
Where is it? It is right a little bit. I want to put it to speed step 7. Looks so good. I don't see the flashing bitch lights though. Yeah, there's no flashing bitch lights. It's kind of weird.
Again, I didn't understand why there was no flashing ditch lights. Of course, now I do, but 1 year ago, me, didn't understand for some reason. I think this was more than actually a year ago. Not, like, April 20, yeah, that's a bit more than a year ago, actually. Then it's like a year and a half ago, actually, then. Yeah, about that, actually, a year and a half. Maybe a year and a quarter, actually. But actually, I think I recorded this video sometime in March, actually. But I decided to upload it after my birthday. I don't know why. My birthday is April 15th for people who are new to my channel. Yeah, I don't know why. But let's keep going.
Oh, and why the sound is mute? That's weird. I apologize for this. I don't see flashing lights though. It's kinda weird. I'm gonna do 2 laps here. Or if I attempt to. Oh, I pulled my bridge apart. That's my fault.
Yeah, so some of the issues I had. When I pulled my controller there, I think I pulled up my bridge off, actually. And that's how I actually almost lost my ALC-42 charger. My track pulled apart there, and the charger managed to catch itself. I think it was still trying to move, but my bridge completely fell off the floor, and it was just suspended above the layout, and it just held itself somehow. I almost lost it, actually. Luckily I didn't, though. Alright, let's keep going.
Oh, after this lap, I'll put the SC70 on the track and see the comparison. These are both woke sounds. Oh, my bridge is disconnected again. I'm really sorry. I keep pulling my bridge apart. Oh, are we not gonna go now? Oh, okay, so it's like that. So it is like the SC70 anyway. Yeah, I'm really pulling my bridge apart. I really am sorry for this game is shaking, guys. I can't do anything about it. This isn't a screw-on camera. It's just like a long camera holder. Yeah, so this is speed step 7 on 28. Yeah, this thing is not slipping one bit, even though it's just one engine and like 5 pounds of freight, like, which is pretty impressive. Where's it gonna go now? Now I am just wondering if this thing is oversized though, because it is massive. That's
And this is where I started saying oversized. I don't know what I was yapping on about, so please ignore what I was saying here. But yeah, I don't know why I said 5 pounds of freight again. Maybe it was actually 5 pounds of freight. Probably not, though. Maybe max 3. It was only like, what, 10 cars anyways. But yeah, you can see the limited amount of locomotives I had back then, actually. Right here, actually, is majority of my locomotives. This was a, Athearn Blue Box, a Bachmann, Penny Pacific, a Atlas RS2, or RS12, a Pro 2000 DL-109, Pro 2000 again, ST70, ST60, a Walters mainline C-liner, and another Athearn Blue Box, and then a Erie Lackawanna Proto 1000, I believe, a what is this called? Proto 1000 E8, then a couple Australian, made in Australia, Atlas, Western Maryland, and Santa Fe GP12s, I believe, and then a Bachmann Spectrum. What is it called again? A -9, I believe. This one, my dad actually managed to somehow drive this off my layout, literally, and hit the floor, so, how nice. Yeah, that's all my locomotives, actually. Well, then add the MTH 412 too. Well, this was before I think it fell off my table, actually. Or maybe, no, this was after, actually. And then, my MR-20C, so not that many I had. Right, let's keep going.
I'm pretty sure, I don't know for certain, but I think the SD70 is bigger in real life. Yeah, if anyone actually knows, I don't see many of these where I am, so, like many of the G-Bos, whatever they call it. But yeah, I don't see many of these, so if anyone actually knows if it is oversized, please comment. But yeah, this thing is amazing. The sound quality's good, number boards don't work, the flashing ditch lights don't work. It's really nice. Like, that's 0 speed step. Let's go back to 4 here. I'll put my SD7 on the chart now. Oh, and I pulled my table apart again. I'm really sorry, guys.
Yeah, so here again, for some reason, I don't know why I keep saying oversized crap. Like, Cedric, where are you getting this from? Like, Jesus Christ, let's keep going. But I think here I'm just gonna compare the SD70 Ace, maybe? I don't remember. Let's keep going.
I got my SD7 in here now. And I'm shorting it. Alright. Now let's see. Which one is better? Sorry, it's flashing, so I'm pulling my table apart. I need to know that in. I apologize. Alright. So let me set this to 1943. Alright, so ditch lights on the MTH. Non-existent. Oh, they are there. Alright, let's see. Horn. Good, it's much louder. Alright, now let's see the GE, VO. And let's see bell comparison. I don't know. Alright, let's see. So I'm gonna start the MTH first.
So yeah, this is what I used to do for some reason. I don't even know why I'm bringing the SD70 into this video. This is a review about the BC Rail ET44AC, not the SD70 Ace. Cedric, what are you doing?
Alright, let's set it down. Alright, let's see now the GVO. I don't know, I think the MTH sounds better on startup. Yeah.
Cedric, they're two completely different locomotives. Of course they're not gonna sound the same. Oh my god.
I think I'm gonna say I love the color though and the shape and the lights on the Intermountain one, but the startup sound is like much more detailed on the MTH. But these are both low sound 5s. The only thing is though is that the MTH one is a custom sound one. They don't make it with low sound 5, so I guess you could say I have a 1 in 1 million model.
I don't know what I was saying about one-on-one model crap here. Like, what am I doing? Like, how do people even watch what I was doing? Like, what? Like, wow. At least I'm a little bit better now. At least I think I am. Like, oh my god.
I did it myself. So, yeah, so technically, I guess you really couldn't compare the two, but you can, right? Let's take them off here. Put them side by side. Oh, I hate this camera stand so much. I'm just throwing this thing out after. Come on. I know. Close enough. Like, what's... Are they bigger? I can't tell. And let's see. I'm gonna put it as close as I can here. Hey, that's matched up. I don't know. I think the SD70 is bigger by like a quarter of an inch right here. take it off the camera stand. Like, that's, I don't know, let's put that back on, whoops. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is accurate. That is, like, by an inch bigger. But yeah, yeah, these are both nice models, though. But yeah, so, yeah, I think that's gonna be it now.
Now, again, I don't know why I said inch bigger. I guess I was just trying to appeal to Americans or something. I don't even use inches, to be honest, that much here in Canada. And usually it's millimeters and centimeters. But that's not an inch. I know my inches pretty well, to be honest. That's probably, I don't know, like a tenth of an inch? Maybe? A tenth? Or a hundredth, maybe? Definitely not, that little of a gap. If I was gonna say in, metric units, it would be definitely maybe a centimeter. Maybe. Maybe even less than that. And I don't know why I'm comparing the SD70 to an ET44AC. Like, what am I doing? I was calling it a GEVO too. I wasn't even calling it an ET44AC.
So yeah, I would definitely recommend you get one of these BC rails while you can. On the site I got it from Scooteria, there's only 2 left, so maybe you guys can still get one if you guys actually want one. But yeah, I'd recommend this. It's a good color, good quality. It's definitely a higher quality plastic than the MTH one. Yeah, at least I think it is. It feels like a higher quality. But yeah, I did play around with the CVs though on the Intermountain model. Because it's very quiet at the start. So yeah, I would recommend though you buy one of these Intermountain models. It's like, for how cheap it is, 305 Canadian, and then they're only charging $18 for shipping, which is $325 with tax. And this is a DCC sound locomotive. I would highly recommend you guys.
Yeah, I will say though, $325, especially for an Intermountain ET44AC, is really nothing, to be honest. That's like 245 American, or sorry, should I say USD. It's really nothing, to be honest. It's kind of a steal of a deal. I think the original price for this at Scooteria was $500, but it was reduced down to this. And coincidentally, actually, one of my friends have this as well. So it was kind of, I guess, I don't know, coincidence or something. I didn't even know he had it when I bought it. So interesting. Well, he has it in N scale, not HO. Yes, the scale train's N scale one. But yeah, let's continue.
Get one of these, especially since like that pulling power is so good, like with just one of these. And plus, it has the rotating caps. I don't know what you call them, hub cap.
Okay, I don't know what I was going on again with the pulling power though. It's only 10 coaches. In my opinion, a ET44AC or SD70 Ace should be able to pull at least 30 cars by itself. And I'm saying that because if you're going to be prototypical here and you're going to do a 100 car train, then you would want at least each locomotive to be capable of hauling 30 cars. So that's why when I see a Broadway Limited, I usually say, well, what's necessary having diecast? Like I say, let me rephrase that again. I don't really think it's necessary having like a diecast shell or anything, because you're really not going to be pulling more than 30 cars anyways. If you're someone like me who has a smaller layout, of course I want to have a bigger layout, but with diecast, you do generally lose a bit of detail anyways, at least I think you do. You don't have the see-through grills or the walkways, and you don't really need to be hauling, whether it's 70 cars with one diesel. It wouldn't really make any sense, I guess. But anyways, let's keep going.
Wheel caps, motor caps, I don't know, alright, I'm not that, I don't know what you call it though, but yeah. I would say get one of these if you can, specifically the Intermountain one, and it does say it does require a radius of 22 radius curves. But yeah, I would definitely recommend you get one of these. Alright, that's gonna be it for my review. Edric Trains, signing off.
Okay, interesting. Alright, that was it. So yeah, I still keep my old outro though. I still say Cedric's Train signing out. think I still say that anyways. I don't know how I don't remember at this point. But yeah, I hope that wasn't pure torture for you guys to watch this again with me. Yeah, it's certainly not that good. I wasn't really that good. Even though this video's in 4K, it doesn't really look like it's in 4K, to be honest. Well, yeah, at least I'm a little bit better now. At least I edit now. I actually have an actual running session. Instead of before, where I just, like, followed around for 2 laps. I have a good, like, maybe 10 to 10, maybe 5 to 10 minutes of running session. And I actually go over the detail now and stuff. I don't have the phone so close, now, like I used to. Alright, guys, that's gonna be it for this anyways. Yeah, so, I was really bad back in the day. I hope I'm a bit more bearable now than I was before. And yeah, that's gonna be me, I guess, done. This is Cedric Strains, signing off. See you in the next video, and I'm surprised if you'd be still watching now. See you guys. Goodbye.